Hey friends, it's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my Facebook page and it's Friday the 13th, which is not an unlucky thing. It's an awesome thing. And so if you happen to be watching in archive, either on Facebook or YouTube or my website, tarotbychristiana.com, thank you for being here. If you hear something that resonates for you, please do take it as a reading for yourself. Of course, we will be doing some individual readings for the folks who are here live with me. If you would like, we do single card readings on Friday having to do with how your week was. So if you would like a card to sum up your week, go ahead and ask. Let me say hi to a few people here. So nice to see you all here. Lisa, Christina, Alexandria, Shelley, Karen, Neil. So happy to see you all, and I see your requests there. I will get to you all in just a moment, and I thank you so much for being there. Yes, Neil, I am very well. I hope that you are well, too. Okay, Michael Wells, haven't seen you in a long time. Claire Carter, nice to see you. So glad you're all here. So let's do a card for the collective. If you happen to be here on Monday for the 3-card weekly reading, we had some interesting cards, right? It was like the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands, something. I don't remember. Would have to go back and check in my records. But it was all about sort of figuring out what was true and what wasn't, speaking the truth, and not being sort of afraid of your own truth, right? So let's see what we see for the collective, and then we will do the individual readings. I'm going to try to get to everyone here. So if you're patient, I should be able to get to you. Glad you're here. Okay, and Michael says, to sum up the week, is there a crap card? Oh, there's a few of them. I mean, which would those cards be? There's a few. But let's see. For the collective, Death reversed. And all I can think about is like David Byrne from the Talking Heads, same as it ever was, same as it ever was. You know, with every weird and unprecedented and new thing that happens, we have to remember that it's really the same old stuff. Even if we've not experienced it in this way, it's all the same, right? And so when we say, well, gee, this has never happened before, and this has never happened before, and we're dealing with a lot of that, right, in our culture, things that have never happened before. But people are people, and people react to things the way that they do. And so if we want things to be different, we have to make changes and make differences within ourselves. Now, how does this speak to this week? Well, going back to what the 3-card weekly reading was in the beginning, how we have to be so clear to figure out what is really true in an age of deep fake and fake news and internet where anyone can say anything, right? How do we figure out the truth? And I think that when we see death reversed for the week, you know, going back to what Michael said, is there a crap card? Well, this really is sort of SOS, if you know what I mean. Not SOS emergency, SOS same old crap, right? So we may have individuals have found, you know, the same things keep happening. What do we do? Our question going forward is, how do we make real change? For ourselves as individuals and in our communities and in our nations. How do we make real change? That's the question we're confronted with this week, I think. All right, let's take a look and see what we see. Okay, the first request I see, and I'll get to these as I see them. I'll try to do them in order as I see them. Okay, the first request that I see is Neil. Neil Quatrano, nice to see you. How was your week? King of Swords, you did great. I think you made some good decisions. I think you spoke the truth. I think you were a good leader. I think you did very well this week. Okay, hey Kelly, welcome. Yes, we are doing a weekly wrap-up, 1 card to sum up your week. And if you don't mind being patient, I will absolutely get to you. Lisa Mazzone, nice to see you. How was your week? The Knight of Swords reversed. You're kind of feeling stalled. I know you're waiting for some news. I do think it's coming soon. But I think during this week you felt a little stuck and stalled. And that's not your fault. You know, you do the best you can with what you have, right? Okay. Alexandria St. Cross, a card for you, of course. The Nine of Cups reversed. There are some things with which you have not been feeling very satisfied. And so I think the thing you've got to look at is, where are you not satisfied and what can you do to change that? Can you change a circumstance? Can you change an attitude? What can you change? That's the question you have to ask yourself going forward. Christina Reed, how was your week? You're really on the countdown to be done with nursing school. And the Ten of Wands, which means it's a heavy burden. Man, each day closer to the end is going to feel heavier and heavier until you're done. But that's okay. You're getting through it, and you will be successful. Karen Winkle, I know you had an interesting week. Four of Cups, not ever going to be your favorite week. You will always remember this week, but you will never look back on it as the favorite week of your life. But that's okay. You did what you had to do. You got through it. It's fine. Shelley Shiner, so nice to see you. How was your week? The Devil. Man, there's a lot going on for you. And I think some of it is stuff you're hanging on to that you need to find a way to let go of. And some of it is just the way things are. But I feel like it was a tough week. I feel like you really this weekend need to try to decompress and find some way to let go of the things that you can't do anything about and let go of the things that aren't serving you. Michael Wells, my good friend. The World. So even if your week was difficult, it's over. And I actually think that you accomplished some things this week that were actually really good. Take the long view, and I think you'll find that you actually maybe did not have the worst week in the world, at least in terms of what you were able to learn, do, or accomplish. Okay, Claire Carter, nice to see you. Julia Bonesteel, nice to see you. Elizabeth Haid, and for those of you who follow along here, you know that Elizabeth almost always asks for a card for her husband, Rich, who is a manager at Publix. Not the easiest job, especially during the pandemic. How was his week? The Eight of Swords reversed. I think he did well. I think he's glad it's over, but I think he avoided some pitfalls and some traps, so he did very well. Jean Mnuchin, my good friend, how are you? How was your week? The Moon. So much uncertainty. I think there's been a certain amount of anxiety, but also some spiritual and creative growth. So, you got to take the bad and the good together. Laura, nice to see you. Glad you're here. Here is a card for your week. How was your week? Knight of Pentacles. Laura has given me the opportunity to do a lot of these readings for her. And Laura, I can really see over time how well you are moving forward. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Thank you so very much. I really, really appreciate that. Very good. Okay, Lavana, nice to see you. Okay, hang on one second. Thank you for reporting the troll. I learned yesterday that if you don't mind waiting for a minute, I can get rid of the troll very quickly using my handheld device. So give me just a moment here, and I will find that troll and getting rid of the troll. No, hang on a minute. Block. Bye-bye, troll. Okay. I realize it's a sign of success that the trolls find me each and every time I go live. But man, they irritate me. And I know they irritate you too. And I thank you so much. Hey, I just blocked you. I thank you so much. She should be gone now. For your patience here. Okay. Took me a minute to figure out how to do that. And my old training in broadcast really resists trying to, take the time out to do that. But it is really helpful because they mess with our vibe in the room, don't you think? All right, here we go. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Lavana, did we do you? I don't think we did. So if we did, then you get done twice because of troll confusion. So what do I see for you, Lavana? Ace of Cups reversed. I think this was a tough week for you, I have to tell you. And we're going to turn this right side up so you can start to feel the love. Feel the love for yourself. Feel the love for the people around you. All of that good stuff. This week you may have not been feeling the love, but time for that to change. Okay, QG Green. So what we do on Fridays is a card to sum up the week. So here's that message for you, the Tower. I feel like you're going through a lot of changes, and you mentioned that you keep looking at the clock when it's 11:11. A lot of people see that as an angel number or a sign that your angels are with you, and right now you really need that. You are going through some stuff. But you got through it. I think there's still, I don't think it's stuff that ends with the week. So now is a time for you to let go of what does not serve you. Find where you need healing and be willing to accept change. That's what's important. Okay, Claire Carter. 3 of Wands reversed. I feel like this week, you were just able to kind of sit and just be where you are, not so much looking to the past, not so much looking to the future, but just allowing yourself to be. And that's such a new exercise for you. I feel like it's a really good thing. Okay, Pamela, nice to see you. Ajasta, nice to see you. Here's a card for you, Ajasta Prem. 10 of Cups reversed. This week might have been a tough week for you. Feels like a lot of people had a tough week this week. Might have been tough for you in terms of family or in terms of emotions. Things not going the way you want or connections not being made the way you want. Recognize that may not be within your control. It may not be something you are responsible for. And I feel like you try to take responsibility for the family vibe, if you will, or the energy of the people around you in a way that you're really not responsible for. And so that might be something you want to think about. Pamela Thies, so nice to see you. Glad you're here today. How was your week? King of Cups. Every time I pull a card for you, Pamela, or almost every time, I really feel like you're working on your leadership, your creativity, your psychic ability, your strength. There is so much here. And I feel like you did a lot this week in terms of your leadership, your growth, your compassion, your spirituality, so much good stuff. So well done. Okay. Steffi, nice to see you. Hey, Janice Day, nice to see you. Here's a card for you. The 6 of Wands reversed. I feel like there was something this week that did not go your way. Something making you feel like you weren't moving forward the way you wanted to be. I don't know if there's a fix for that or not. I acknowledge that that might be frustrating, but don't let the energy of that follow you. That's really the important thing. Laura Goodman, nice to see you. How was your week? Knight of Wands. I think you are moving forward, kicking butt, taking no names, and maybe even having some fun while you're doing it. I think that you are being brave and bold, and that's not always easy, but remember that nature and the universe will favor the bold. Hey, Fatima, so nice to see you. Glad you're here. How was your week? Ah, you got the same card that we all got for the collective, Death Reversed. And it's like, you know what you know. And you know the way people are. And you know it. I feel like you didn't discover anything new this week. You just had the truth hammered in a little further. Question is, what are you going to do with it? Okay, Kelly Rose. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. You're the second one to get this, King of Cups. I feel like this week you are a strong leader. You are a loving leader to the people around you. I think you were a voice for truth and good things. I think you did a great job this week. Kim Reed, nice to see you. Here is a card for you. The Princess, that would be like the Page, the Princess of Pentacles reversed. And, this has everything to do with sort of what you're doing right now, the decisions that you're making this week about work, about school, about all of that, trying to figure it all out. I know that's frustrating. I know that's not easy, but let's turn this card right side up so that you really feel like you are moving forward on your path, as I know you will be. Missy, nice to see you. Glad you're here. Barrett, a card for you. 10 of Cups reversed. So Barrett, there may have been some things that happened this week that made you not feel happy or made you not feel content. There may be some things there you have to process, and this may even be about healing from some stuff in the past, which you and I have talked about before. The thing is, whatever you have to do to the process the past is going to help move you forward to the future, and that's a fine thing. Okay. Sirius Shakir Stephanie. Here we go. A card for you. 2 of Swords reversed. I wonder if you were in some kind of decision-making process this week, or if there was a way that you were not feeling at peace. Either way, it may have been a little bit of an unsettling week, but don't worry. Just find your balance, find your peace, all will be well. Puck Smith, how was your week? Let's find out. The Ace of Wands reversed. Well, let's turn this bad puppy right side up to welcome some new inspiration. This week you may have felt tired and draggy and all of that stuff. So let's really try to welcome in some fire energy so that you can have a good weekend. Trisha, knit faster, my friend. So nice to see you. Oh, thanks for the feedback. Sirius says, I was in a decision-making process. Well, there you go. Okay. Trisha Knit Faster would love a card. Also really enjoyed your last trio. Okay, so I am an extremely amateur musician, and I have these 2 ladies. We call ourselves the 3 of Cups. It's a tarot reference. And we get together virtually using technology to put together songs, and we just did one. So you can find them on my personal page, Christiana C. Gaudet. You can find the videos. Thank you so much for sharing some love there. I appreciate it. And where did I just lost you. Okay, so we were at Trisha. Here we go, yes. Trisha, doing a card for Trisha Knit Faster. The 5 of Pentacles. This may have been a tough week for you. You may have felt like you did not have the resources you needed. You may not have felt your energy. It may not have been a great week. That's okay. Let it go. I don't see any terrible repercussions there. We have good weeks. We have bad weeks. It's all right. Let it go. Okay. Okay, very good. Donna Cedar, so nice to see you. Three of Cups reversed. Now, this could mean that you had wanted to spend some time with people and do some fun things and didn't get to. It could mean that you really need that, and that's hard to do during COVID. It could mean that, this week you just didn't have a lot of fun. So your homework is do something fun. Obviously, be safe. We are in a pandemic, but you need to have some fun. That's really what shows up here. Okay, Tina Strayhorn, nice to see you. Okay, here's a card for you. The Lovers. So this might have been a very good week for you, Tina. It might mean having to do with romance, but it might be about friends or about family or just about figuring out what fits in your life and what you want to do in your life. You may have had some good communication. You may have made some good decisions. So very good. Oh, Laura, I'd love to do another reading soon. And this is true for Laura and anyone else. I am available. I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, you name it. Just reach out. Happy to do it. Okay, Claire Wetzler. Claire, the Tower. This may have been a bit of a tough week for you. You may have had some breakthroughs. You may have had some inspiration. But you know what? The Tower, and you're like the second person to get this. This is one of the gatekeepers of spiritual enlightenment. We have to get through the Tower to get to that real place of enlightenment. So clearly you're on your way there. Okay. Let's see. Thank you all so much for your feedback. Miss Ann, were you looking for a card? I see some of your comments, but I haven't seen a request for a card. I'm glad you're here, Miss Ann Smith. Okay, and thank you all so much for your feedback. I don't tend to read it aloud. I don't read it aloud, but I do see it. Okay, so let's see. Sarah Cat McConaughey. A card for you. King of Pentacles reversed. I wonder if there was a way this week that you might have felt ungrounded, or that you might have felt like you didn't have the resources that you need. I think it's fine, but you may need to do some grounding exercises, and you may want to look at sort of the money piece. That can be an issue. Okay. Martha Vink. Ten of Pentacles reversed. I wonder if this week you have felt worried about the people. Worried about your family, worried about your friends, worried about the congregation. Somehow it feels like there has been some worry here. And you know what we got to do? We got to turn worry into prayer. That's the thing. Or action. Worry goes into prayer and action. There's your homework. Okay, Siobhan Simon. Nice to see you. A card for you. Seven of Swords. And this was a card that came up for the collective this week. So for you, you really need to figure out what's true. And I think you spent some time this week doing that, figuring out what is true for you, what is true in terms of the people around you, separating truth from fiction. And I think you've been working on that, and you want to continue working on that. Oh, feedback from Kim, just started the EMT classes. I'm so glad. I think that was the right thing for you to do. Okay. And Tina says was not about love or family, but trying to figure out things that work in your life. Yeah, very often with the Lovers, we see it as a card of integration. What do we integrate into our lives? Donna Lindblom, so nice to see you. Four of Pentacles. So this week, it's reversed. This week, you may have been very generous with others. You may have been very helpful to others, but you may also have been thinking about what your boundaries need to be in that regard. Okay. Cheryl Jefferson, a card for Friday the 13th. Let's see what we see. Ace of Swords. Cheryl, man, this week you are figuring out your truth. You are doing the right thing. You are figuring out how to go forward. You are finding the power of your mind, your knowledge, and your truth. Very well done. Karen Reinhardt, how was your week? The star reversed. I think that, things are not exactly the way you want them to be, Karen, and they have not been so this week. But I think you're figuring out what you can do to find what you're looking for. And a lot of what you're looking for is healing, satisfaction, fulfillment. Keep looking, you will find it. Oh, thanks for that feedback, Siobhan. I appreciate that. Glad that made sense to you. Okay, from where I sit, I have answered every request. If I missed you, or if you didn't make a request, or if I didn't see it and accidentally missed you, go ahead and make your request now. Of course, I will be back tomorrow. I can't believe it's Saturday already. I'll be back tomorrow with the Saturday Psychic Sampler. Oh, Diane Heller, thank you so much. Yes, of course. Seven of Wands reversed. I feel like this week you found out who your friends were. Maybe you were helpful to others. Maybe others were helpful to you. But I think you remembered that you're not alone, that you have friends, you have community. Or you need to remember that one way or the other. You've got good people around you. Anyone else that I missed? Anyone else who would like to ask for a card? So, I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, or Zoom. Okay, let's see. Janice Day, we did you. We'll do you again. But we did you, so you have to go back now. Six of Pentacles reversed. Janice Day, Six of Pentacles reversed. And, it's interesting because I did you earlier and you got the Six of Swords. No, excuse me, it was the Six of Wands reversed. And so you're getting the reverse sixes. What that means, Janice, is you are feeling like there's something where you feel like you're not doing it right, or you're not getting your right results, or you're not winning. Whatever way it is where you feel like things aren't going your way or you're not succeeding, it may be the way you're processing it. So think about the ways where you feel like things are not going your way and that you're not succeeding. And figure out if you have to change what you're doing or just change what you're thinking about. And yes, Julie and Lori, there will be time for you. And I'm also getting to Varnica. Varnica, I'll get to you first. You're the second one to get the Ace of Swords, so this is good. Learning, communicating. I think this week you spent some time learning and communicating, learning what is true and communicating your own truth, and thinking about where you want to go and what you want to do. And I think that's fabulous. Oh, Janice got bumped off, but that's okay because you came back and you still got a 6 reversed. So we know what you need to do, Janice. Recognize that, things may be going better than you think they are, and the things that are not going well, you may have a way of fixing. Okay, Julie Barrett, my friend. The Emperor reversed. So interestingly, I feel like this is the spirit of your father with you this week. I don't know if you were thinking about him or felt him around you at all, but I feel like he has been with you. I mean, always, but especially this week for whatever reason. I think there also may be ways that you've been feeling a little ungrounded and unstable, but that's okay because you're moving towards something new and better. So sit with that and be okay with it. Lori Hahn, I will always try to have time for you, my friend. Queen of Cups. I think this week you learn to be closer and more authentically in touch with your own feelings. And that's an important thing. The more we can own who we are and what we feel, the better we're going to do in life. So well done. Okay, Lucia. We're not doing the week to come. We're doing the week that was. And when we look at the week that was, you made the best of some bad situations, but you won. That's the thing. It was not good. It did not go well, but you made the best of it, and that's going to serve you. Joanne Keeler, how was your week? Seven of Wands reversed. You're the second one to get that. It feels like this week you may have had some indication that you have people around you supporting you, that you are also able to be supportive of. Okay, so I want to remind you all about StarCon. We are making the change. We've chosen our new online platform. We are doing an online conference, January 22nd through 24th. The first day will be in the daytime, a pre-conference day with me called Operational Tarot. And wherever you are in your tarot journey, if you want to move forward to develop the skills of a professional reader, this is a day for you. And then the conference, which begins officially Friday evening, is going to be lit. We have Benabel Wen, we have Mary Greer, we have Tony Pula. We have some great speakers on some amazing topics. Those tickets are going to be available starting Monday, I believe, as we switch the website over. If you had already purchased a ticket for the in-person event, I will be reaching out to you. Of course, you are in on the online event, and we have some other goodies for you as well. So get ready. Get ready to get your tickets and get ready for StarCon. I'll have more information soon. Make sure you like the StarCon page here on Facebook and join the group StarCon 2021. Also, we have a podcast. It's called StarCast, STAARCAST. And we have a new episode came out yesterday with Tony Pula. So make sure you check that out wherever you get your podcast. You can also find the video, which is on YouTube, the StarCast channel, STAARCAST. Make sure you subscribe to that channel and catch that video. Also, I will be live on my YouTube channel, Christiana Gaudet, Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, for our YouTube Tarot Meetup. We spend an hour together doing readings for each other, learning about tarot, talking about tarot together. Make sure you join us for that, and make sure you reach out to me to schedule your reading. Thank you all so very much. I will be back tomorrow with your Saturday Psychic Sampler. Look forward to seeing you soon.